What is up, everybody? My name is Julie Sandusky, and I am your host for today. Welcome to the Community Live Lounge here at Adobe Max. I have with me the one and only Elizé. She is a design instructor and social media content creator, and her stuff is amazing. So go check her out. We'll send those links in the chat shortly. So we've seen a lot of exciting stuff at Max this week, especially some of those new features in XD. So Elizé, to start off, what is your favorite feature in XD?
Well, Julie, I have to say video. It's become so important in design, and here's why. It's eye-catching. It's eye-catching. It makes you stop. It grabs your attention. Video is upward trending.
Increases
your website traffic, bump up conversions. Let's get ecstatic.
Will it bump engagement?
Yo, I don't know, but 72% think so. Use it on a landing page background. A great explainer makes users hang around. Video. Yeah, so that's why I'm really excited about video.
Well, I wish I could have that moment replayed on repeat.
Well, you know what, girl? I could adjust the app for you. It is called Planet Ridiculous, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. It's not just about my rapping. It's going to be about XD and the new features that I'm excited about. So let me show you Planet Ridiculous. It's kind of what it seems. It's an app where people are gonna upload their ridiculous videos because as you can tell, I'm a little ridiculous. So when you get into the app, you're gonna see this cute little animation. Oh, this little guy, he's so happy. Then we have this ridiculous guy getting that fan on, real happy. We've got this guy on the streets having a lot of fun. You can explore the app and see other ridiculous people, ridiculous dancing. You can also add your own video. Here's me recording myself here. When I stop recording, I get a playback. Why not hear it a little more? Video is catch it. If you guys do want to watch the full video, I have it on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. But let's say you did have a video that you're really cool, you were ready to upload and share it with others in Planet Ridiculous. Maybe you would want to add some flair. And so you can add some stickers. And here we have some cute little animations. I'm like, I definitely want to add my little hip hop bunny over here. He's such a great little sidekick, I think. And then I can go into my profile and I can see actually these previews with Lotties. And I just want to make it clear because if any of you are like, what is Lottie? I had no idea what it was until I just heard about it recently for Max. And what Lotties are is they're JSON-based animation, and they're small files that work on any device and can scale up or down without pixelation. So it's kind of like a GIF, but GIFs are old school. They're pixelated. Lotties are what's in, and you can incorporate these cute animations into your designs. What do you think, Julie? What have you been thinking about it?
I was like, is this even XD? What are we in? Like everything. This is the Adobe Max energy that we need right now. So I'm loving this so far. And awesome. This morning in Sneaks, we got confirmation it's GIF, not GIF. You saw that?
I did not. Yeah. Is it? Okay, I'm a GIF girl. Well, you know what? It's out anyway, so no one's even going to be talking about it. So we don't even
exactly.
We don't even need to know. Lotties is what it's about, but let's just make sure we can say that right, huh?
Lotties right there.
So what I'd like to show you guys is just like a little breakdown of how you can start to incorporate Lotties and video into your designs. I also wonder if anyone in the chat has used it yet, because it's been now out for like 2 days. Has anyone like played around with these features? Is it your first time like seeing it go down right now? Where are you guys at?
Yeah, and we are on Behance, wherever you're coming in from. There's questions on the Max site. Behance YouTube, feel free to ask them. We've got time, so let us know if you've tried it out.
All right, so I want to start with that cute little Lottie at the very beginning, that loading astronaut man. And what I'm going to do is begin by adding a shape onto my screen here. And it works very similar to photos. I don't know if you know this, Julie, but like my favorite feature in XD is still automatic masking with photos. Like how you just drop a photo into a shape. And so it's kind of the same thing with Lotties as well. The other like thing that made me so happy when I heard about Lotties is that there's a plugin for Lottie. So right here, I have in my plugins, Lottie already is available for you guys. There's, you know, so many animations you can go through and play around with in here. So I am going to search for cute astronaut, and I'm not gonna lie, like spelling astronaut is very challenging. There we go. I think I did it. And we've got some options here. Look at these little cute Lotties.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah. Are you good with like creating animations? Because I'm not. That's why I think I'm like extra excited about all these.
I mean, it takes a lot of time. So this is like a huge time saver.
Yeah. I think I'm going to actually switch around to do astronaut dog because he's so cute. He's a little planet ridiculous, I think. So here I have my Lottie. I just dragged and dropped it into that shape. You can still drag it in without needing to put it into a shape. But if I play it, we can actually see that Lottie in action. Yay, little happy guy. But it's not going anywhere. And I want it to have that movement. When the Lottie is done playing, I want it to move into that home screen for that loading experience. And so I am actually going to get into that Lottie layer. I'm saying Lottie so many times, Lottie. And to get into that layer, you're just gonna go into your layers panel and you can see that there's a little play button. It's that same little icon over here, whether it's a video or it's a Lottie. So I need to make sure this is like, I'm giving you guys my notes for playing around with this for a few days on things that I was struggling with. Like, okay, to get into a particular layer, you have to go in here, go to the little play guy. And this is where you can kind of make some adjustments to how it plays. So you could play it on tap, you can play it automatically, or you could have no playback. And the first thing I'm just gonna actually leave it like this, but first thing I wanna mention here is that right here, it says loop playback. You can also just loop something over and over and over again, but we're not gonna do that for this particular instance. So it's playing automatically, I'm good with that, but I wanna add that little prototype link to where when it's done, it's going to move into the next screen. So I'm going to move over into prototype mode. We're here. Woo. So there's already a little link that's playing the Lottie, but I want to add another link and go over to the home screen. And this is where we got a new trigger. Yeah, for new triggers. It's always exciting to see something new. So this new trigger is end of playback. So at the end of the Lottie playing, it's going to take some sort of action. And I'm just going to have it just do a basic transition, nothing fancy, to the home screen. Let's see if I did it or if I broke it. Let's see how it goes. So let's play it. Yee, happy little guy.
We've got in the chat, I love this, a Lottie, which I think is amazing.
Dude, I think I have to create a whole new rap that's called I Love You a Lottie.
Yep, it's done.
Okay, thanks for giving me content ideas, guys. That's amazing. So here is the home screen. We want to drop a video in, right? That's what my whole wrap is about. Okay, so if any of you missed it, feel free to check it out on Instagram, TikTok. I have it up. Whole wrap about video. Same thing with Lottie. When I am ready to drop in a video, I can add a shape, big rectangle over here. Boom, I want it to take up the whole screen. And I am going to add a video. So I'm going to add this guy with a fan, happy man with the fan. And what I'm going to do is look again at that particular layer in my layers panel with the play button and see kind of the options I have here over on the right-hand side in my property inspector. So I have this play on tap. Let's see how that feels. So I could play it on tap. I could do a little play pause. Ooh, 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 right? Play and pause that action if I want to. I can also do the play automatically or no playback. I'm gonna do play automatically, but this video is a little bit long and we've got some customization capabilities here. We can edit the video down, which is kind of amazing. Let's trim it. Let's give it a bit of a haircut here. And let's go down to like 6 seconds. Like when he puts the thumbs up, we'll end it there. You can also add a different cover photo if you want. And this is pretty important if you want to add a different thumbnail. You can also mute it as well. So there's some nice little editing capabilities here. Let's play this guy. Hey, there he is. Ridiculous fan man having a good time. Thumbs up. Woo!
We need that. We need that right now.
I kind of do. I've got lights and this gold sweater. I'm like, I need a big old fan. So then I'm going to just move this guy all the way down. And so now it's going to play. Let's go from the first screen into the home screen. So we got the little Lottie play. It's going to move after. Oh, there we go. There's the automatic play. Happy fan man. Thumbs up. Yes. Okay.
So Elizé, I saw that was an Adobe stock video. Is that right?
Yes.
And then
it is.
We have a question from the chat too, which how do Lotties transfer over for a developer? Is there a snippet of code for them?
You're going to have to give them the JSON. So let me show you what it looks like. Unfortunately, right now, when you share if you do a share link, the developer is not going to be able to download straight from that share link if that's the process you're used to. You're going to have to share your JSON files with them. And so I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, it looks like a bunch of like matrix stuff to me because I don't I don't know how to read it, but I'll show you what it looks like here. This is what you're sending over, this JSON. You can see it's got the matrix in there. So that's what you send over. Oop, I turned on something I shouldn't have. Oh, After Effects is going on. Yeah, you know what? That's funny is because like I don't know how to use After Effects at all. So let's get rid of that guy. It's not an After Effects tutorial. Don't save. Okay, save. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just put that over back there. So yeah, that's the other thing. One other note for those of you who are trying to bring in videos, this happens to me because a lot of the videos I film or I download from Adobe stock are .mov files. So you do have to, they only accepts MP4s. So you'll have to use either Media Encoder or you're going to have to use, I think, Spark in order to change it to an MP4. So that's a little note for you if you're like, I'm trying to put it in, but nothing's happening. Don't worry. Just you'll be able to make that quick.
That's a super helpful tip.
Yes. So let's get further into Lottie land because we love Lotties. Wait, no, what was it? I love
you, Lottie. Or I love this
you,
Lottie.
I love this a Lottie. There's nothing I love more than a pun, I'll tell you that. So here I have just a basic rectangle as well. And I'm going to bring in my little JSON file here, which got all messed up here. Here's my JSON. So I have my little JSON, just drag it right into there. So you have the option to do it from the plugin or drag and drop straight from that JSON. And here's my little guy. He's so cute. The thing I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to make this into a component. So making my guy into a component. And if you guys aren't familiar with components, anytime once you've made a main component or a master component and you make a replica of that component, any changes you make to that master are going to affect those replicas. And I want to use it for the other Lotties here. And you're going to kind of see why in just a second, why I'm using components for this. Because at first I didn't. And I realized like if I did, it would save me a lot of time. Because let's say I start dragging in these guys, dragging in my Lottie, dragging in that Lottie.
Lottie land. That's another pun that we got.
Lottie
it's like
land.
Playland, but Lottie land.
Cute little Lottie land. I feel like Lotties is going to be a popular thing just from all the puns.
Yeah.
So let's say I play this guy. I see them all play. They got that movement, so happy, but then they stop. How sad, right? I want them to keep going. We talked about that loop capability. Because I made this initial component, or I made it into a component, I can actually change the attributes and it's going to affect all the instances, all the other replicas with these Lotties in them. So again, I'm going to go into this, this layer right here, the Lottie layer. And over here on the right-hand side, I have this capability to loop it. Now, if I make that change to this main component, it's going to affect all of the others. So if I play it, now they're all moving and they're going to continuously move. Oh, how happy. Yay. My favorite is this little shark kiss.
Me too. I was going to say that. It's my favorite one. Let us know in the chat. What's your favorite?
Yes. Has anyone else been excited about the Lotties, or what are you seeing people say?
There is a ton of excitement for Lotties, especially. We had a question about what that video editing was within the app. So if you want to show that really quick, that little trim that you did, we can show that again, but it just allows you to trim the video a little bit. So kind of those editing capabilities you would do in another app, you can do within XD in itself, which is really, really awesome.
So if I get into that particular layer again over here, and I go over into the right-hand side, into my property inspector, there's this little video. And once I go into here, I can make that change and trim it down. And so if I click trim, I'm able to move my little scrubbers and change it to the area that I want it to play at. Now, what's nice about it is that it's non-destructive. So I made that change before where I wanted it just to go up to 8 seconds, but I'm still able to change that and like maybe change it from 7 seconds to 15 seconds. You don't have to like re-upload the video because you trimmed it and now it's too short and you want it in a different place. That's what's really nice about it. One other note for you guys is that you do need to make sure, at least for right now, your videos have to be under 15 megabytes. So there are tools where you can compress your videos to make them smaller and be able to utilize them in XD. So just another quick little tidbit. Some of the things that I had to learn, or say, the other thing that you will learn is you can't play 2 videos at the same time right now. So this guy is playing, right? But I cannot be automatically playing both videos at the same time. So I can pause and start different videos, but I can't have them both going. So that's just another little limitation right now to be aware of, because I want to avoid any frustration for when you guys get started into XD and trying to utilize these tools. All right, so I'm gonna I want to show either, I got to pick your own adventure kind of thing. And Julie, you can kind of voice what you think as well. I can either show this interaction where you're playing something and then within the same artboard, you're able to see after playback, it moves into the next video. I can also show this capability, this fun interaction here where I like pause it and you can see an animation here. And then I stop it. Ooh, let's not listen to that the 3rd time today. What do you guys think? What do you think, Julie? Pick your own adventure.
Let's see. I would say, let's do the first one, that transition down. I think that's that's something I interact with every day, so it'd be cool to see how we can recreate that.
Cool. So we've already created this video, right? In the background, he's going to automatically play. Yes. And what I'm going to actually do is turn this into a component. So here I have this group and I am going to make a second one here. And I'm going to put these in a group together. So there's 2 videos. And in the second video, I am going to drag in that like happy dancing dude on the streets. Woo-hoo. And
I wish I had moods like that.
I know. Just makes you happy. I saw a guy dancing like this the other day, like on the sidewalk, just willy-nilly. And people were just videotaping him and he was just having the time of his life, just dancing on the street. And I was like, oh, I wish I wish I was doing that. I wish I could be bold enough. Probably am actually. I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. So I have these two videos, one on top and one below. And from here, I'm going to actually make it into a component. So over on the upper right-hand side in my property inspector, I'm going to use a little plus button and I've got this default state. But now I need to make a second state. If you guys have never used components before, you have the capability of creating multiple states within a component. So I'm going to add a new state. And in this state, this guy's going to go up, and this one is going to move up. Okay. And I need just to make sure that I've got the right play mode. So in this one is actually going to play automatically now when it's in that second component state. And then I need to make sure this one has no playback. Same thing for the original state. I need to go into this particular layer to make sure that this is playing automatically and then that this one is not, no playback. Okay, so we've got the two states. Let's just make sure that those two states work where they play automatically. Okay, he's playing, he's got his fan on. Let's make sure number 2 state is played. Yeah, he's happy. But how do we flip the equation? How do we get it from one to the next? And this is when we're going to go into prototyping mode. We're in prototyping mode, and I need to make sure, this is the big thing here. You have to make sure you are in this layer, in this play layer to create this interaction. It doesn't work if you do it on the whole component. So I'm in this particular layer, and I'm going to add a new interaction here. The interaction or the trigger here is the end of playback. But for the destination is now going to be state 2, that state where the guy is dancing and moving. And I'm going to make sure that the action type is auto animate. Okay, let's see if it all works. You know, I've only been playing with this for a few days, guys. So like, let's make sure I know what I'm doing. He's got the thumbs up. And, oh, it's going on a long time. My trim, where's my trim? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
We flipped it. We got the dance. Yeah.
Look at that. So that is the power of components and video combined. And there's some little things to look at, Elizé, that you mentioned to make sure you're in that video layer specifically. And then you have to adjust the playback for each state.
Yes, yes, yes. You saw all those little micro steps that I had to take to make this interaction, but it's nice because it's all in one artboard. And once you get the hang of it, once I did it like 4 or 5 times, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like 4 or 5 times. I was like, okay, I could do this like live on camera, like right now. So.
And we did it. There we go.
Yeah, just a little nervous. Was I gonna do it right? Is there any questions anyone has before I potentially show another little interaction?
We just got a lot of love in the chat. I catching. We got your song on repeat, I think. No questions so far. Let's hop into the next thing.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about how I made this little component, because honestly, the highlight of this whole thing for me is the record button. I don't know why, but you know, maybe you guys will feel it too when we get there. But it changed from, I'll show you the 2 different states. It's again using component states where we have just a basic shape here with the circle. And then I can have this movement. I don't know why, you know what it makes me happy is because like we have not been able to do this, like these micro interactions that just make you a little happy. We've not been able to do this quite yet until now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a basic little circle, make it red, like so. Get rid of that border. So I have my little circle, and this is going to be the first state. And I'm going to make it into a component. Let's add that component. Cool. Now I'm going to make my second state. And I am going to actually create it as a toggle state so it automatically has an interaction prototyped. So it already knows when I click onto it, it's going to have an auto animate go to the second state. So I'm going to have that be like recording. from there, I can go into my Lottie and then I can like search for a record interaction here. Oh, one other thing I noticed when I first went into Lotties and was like searching, I was like, there's only like 10 options. There's actually 2 of these scroll options. So you need to make sure that the outside one scrolls you all the way down so where you can actually go into the second page and see all of the Lottie options. That is one thing I wasn't aware of, but you can then just grab that and drag it into it for that second component, into that second component state. And when I play it, now when I click into it, it goes into that next interaction.
Amazing. Yeah. Wow. We learned so much today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We have a lot of other streams happening, so head on over to the Max site to check it out. If you're interested in seeing more of Elisé's work, we have posted her social media handles in the chat, so check it out. And thank you everyone. Have a great Max.
Thank you. Bye.